Alright, you guys, welcome back to another video. Here I am doing for experimental purpose only. So let me start off by saying that I am no way, shape, or form trying to promote this product, this tool that I'm going to be using today. So let's talk about the tool. The tool is actually a $7 tattoo machine that I purchased off AliExpress. It was shipped from overseas, I'm assuming China. And again, I was just trying to see what kind of results I could produce out of using this machine. Now, back in my day when I first started tattooing and or trying to get into tattoos, experimenting with tattoos, and I purchased some really cheap tattoo machines. Back then you would get a bare minimum, you'd probably purchase it for $80. As to now, like I said, this machine that's about to show here, I purchased it for $7. So again, just wanted to see what I could do, what we can make happen. Right out the box, there was some jiggly parts, some wiggly loose parts. The shorty coil was a little loose, so I just went ahead and snugged everything up together. And of course, I'm just gonna preview how I started setting up. This is just me trying to show you guys again the few little minor details that you have to pay attention to when getting these things, pulling these things out the box, and make sure that they're turnkey when you clip them up and ready to run them. Now I gotta tell you that the geometry on these machines were actually pretty well done. They were in pretty good shape. I couldn't tell you what type of machinery they used for these machines. Guessing maybe they were like CNC cut or something. I don't know, guys. I'm ignorant when it comes to that stuff, but nonetheless, this looks a lot better than the cheaper machines from back in the day. So the machine also sounds very good. It puts out very good power at low voltage, which I was surprised. So again, I was just trying to test it out and see that everything was good. And yeah, so I'll let the video play, guys. I don't want to talk too much on this video. I might jump back in just to kind of give you guys some more information leading on to this project. But again, enjoy to see what comes about of this machine. All right, guys, so right off the bat, let me just begin by saying with this machine, it sounds pretty good. It's not the best sounding machine, but it actually sounds really decent. For $7, I mean, who can complain? As far as its performance, well, let me just start off by saying that all I did was really I did the rule of thumb. I adjusted the contact screw to the spring using the basic the basic method, which is using a dime size. So the machine sounds really zippy. Sounds pretty fast, and it has a good amount of power. I was running actually surprisingly at low voltage. I think I started at like a 4.5, no more than 5, I think. But no, it must have been at 4, and it was still pushing in the lines, but not as clean as I would like them. So I know that in the future, in this video, I do adjust the machine. I actually take my time to mess with the spring. I adjust the spring a little bit differently and the contact screw, and I end up making this machine run literally to my preference. But again, out the box, you can definitely tattoo with this machine. Now, of course, I am not saying that anybody should sell their good machines just to save some money on a $7 machine. It's not that kind of, no, that's not kind of what this video is doing. But I do want to debunk people that say that you need the best of the best to yield some really good results, because I've always been the type of person. If you guys watch my other videos like on painting and what else, and I don't think I've done one on barbering, but I've used either knockoff machines or Chinese machines on just about, or tools on just about everything, and you could always yield great results without having to use brand name. And yes, there's that there's that worry that these Chinese low budget tools will not last you. It will not outperform the leading brand company. But I just don't believe in spending so much money on tools for the trade when I've had tools that have lasted me years, and again, they were budget friendly tools. And this is coming from someone who works all the time. So I debunk that. I like to debunk that saying, that statement. And that's all this is, really, to be honest. But if you are a beginner, I definitely recommend this machine, because for $7 you have nothing to lose, and actually you'll learn how to work on these coil machines, which I know these days most people don't want to use coils anymore, but it's good knowledge to have. I think so. I mean, I think coil machines are fun. Actually, they are. I like the old school aesthetics of it and whatnot. But anyways, so let me finish this off right here. I'll let you guys keep watching if you guys made it this far. If not, you guys probably went to the front. I mean, all the way to the back of the video, or the end of the video. I'm sorry. And you guys already saw the results. So probably no one's listening to me right now. But I'll jump back in a minute. All right, guys, I am back. So around this time right here, I don't know if you guys could tell the difference, but the machine sounds a little bit raspier. little harsher, I guess you could say. I don't know, that the tone definitely changes on the machine, and that is because again I had changed the settings on this machine. I removed the spring. Well, I didn't remove it fully, but I pretty much I loosened the spring so I could bend the spring upward and give it a little bit more tension. And I honestly don't know how to explain this, the mechanisms or like the way that the coil machine works. I just know that I'm obviously used to working and adjusting these things just solely from experience in the past. But anyways, I can make a video later on how to get this machine properly working. But once I did adjust it, man, this thing was running beautifully. It was laying some lines, some single pass lines, so clean, like very minimal shake to the lines. I'm talking about like, even, because that's what most people complain about. It's, the vibration of the gun, and that sometimes it makes it harder for them to pull clean lines. I was pulling clean lines with the 3-round bug pin. So, and again, single pass lines, didn't need to go over them twice, although I still do, just because I like to build my work. I like to build all my lines. And then I was pushing the 7-round liner with ease, no problem whatsoever, which into the video you will see me doing the outline, and I'm building up on a 7-round liner. But overall, I did whip shading and I did the lining, and I just gotta tell you that this machine freaking did an outstanding job for what it was, for how cheap it is, for how it was manufactured, overseas, and I'm assuming with poor materials, not exactly what, reputable handcrafted machines are made out of. But nonetheless, this thing freaking puts out. It puts out, and I'm gonna keep it in my arsenal, because I just whenever want to have fun with coils, I'm definitely gonna use this. Even though I have some coils, I don't have too many name brand coils left anymore. I think I have like my Dringenberg, because that's actually one of my favorites, and don't mean to let that one go. But I've had many others, like FK irons and Bloodhounds and so on. I don't know if I think I had a Mickey Sharps, but I got rid of it. But anyways, yeah, old school names, long in the tattoo industry for coil machines. But eventually I just started to build my own machines once I got the experience on how to kind of put these things together. And there's really not much to them, guys. There really isn't. Matter of fact, it was fun for me getting like this boneyard of machines and putting stuff together and make them run properly. It totally taught me a lot about how coils work and whatnot. Again, I couldn't explain it to you. I'd have to more like show it to you guys. But yeah, this machine, again, if you guys are starters, pick yourself one up. I'm gonna look for the link, and I'm gonna post it on there. It didn't take too long for me to receive it. It was maybe less than a week, and that's because it's such a small package. So I think that they're able to like put it in, I don't know, some type of like prioritized mail or something like that. It gets to use a lot sooner. I do know, because when I order from AliExpress and the packages are bigger, they tend to take a little bit longer to get over, because I'm assuming they use a different shipping method, right? But back to the machine. I will say this: the whole tattoo was completed with this machine, except the white. And the only reason why I didn't use this machine on the white is just I was just lazy, didn't want to pull out another tube and another needle bar, so I used one of my rotaries. But that's not to say that this cannot push in white, because again, it was pushing. Yeah, I mean, it just was pulling in lines so clean, and even the shading, the whip shading with the single needle, it was pretty fantastic. I can't lie. So yeah, I mean, stick around, keep watching the video. We made it this far. The results, they're pretty darn impressive. So I expected worse from a $7 machine, but hey, we all get surprised at some point. All right, guys, so this is the result to what this machine yields. What this machine can yield. The $7 machine. Again, I have to repeat how cheap this was. Matter of fact, I believe that this machine is also found on Amazon for slightly more in a tattoo kit. But for those that don't need the tattoo kit, because, well, honestly, a lot of the tattoo kit, the power supplies, they're kind of garbage. Those things blow out pretty quickly. So who's to say that this machine won't blow out? Well, if you know your way around these tattoo machines, then you know that for the most part, you could just maybe change the capacitor. It's usually the capacitor that goes out first. And if it's the coil, then you could buy some really cheap coils and replace them. And honestly, these cheap coils tend to last. I've ran Chinese coils in the past before with no issues. Sometimes they get a little hot, but you just got to find the right ones, and you'll be okay, especially how cheap they are. But again, that's only if you're trying to go this route. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Stick to your top guns. But pretty impressive what it did overall. The only thing that I don't like about using coils, it's the fact that it's a coil now. So the top end, it's a little different coming out of a tattoo pen. I definitely am used to my rotary pens. Those are a lot more comfortable to work with. And yes, there is some line work that I got to go back and clean on this project here, but I could do that later. Overall, though, the results pretty impressive. The whip shading, the peppery, it's all, it's great. And then that's what I believe coil tattoo machines are meant to do.